Test, test. We gotta set meeting like this. God damn. So you know what time of month it is? It is Datamines season. We got 4 new pairs here for the pre-anniversary, pre-third year anniversary of Pokemon Masters. So in about 2-ish weeks, expect another update with the actual anniversary pairs. So chances are I'm gonna be back in 2 weeks. But I'm getting this out as quickly as possible, and I'm gonna try and record a bunch of other shit. So there's actually stuff to watch. Cause I am horribly inconsistent. I'm sorry about that. So we got 2 Gen Pool, 2 new fairs. I'm gonna go over the Gen Pools first because they're gonna be back. Gen Pools are skips for the most part, unless if you really like the character or the Pokemon. So here we got Looker and the boy Krogunk, right? Refreshing Water Guard. Reduces water type damage taken, restores HP whenever it takes an action in rainy. So this is a dry skin reference. No. Yeah, dry skin. Yeah, so this is a dry skin reference. It does nothing for the sun, which is I like it personally. There's nothing here for the sun portion because it would have just been damage. Super duper effective 9. Oh, whoa. Oops. That is because the move's base powers are not as high. So this makes them a competent poison DPS, just 1 out of 5. Toxic chance, so this is meant to replicate poison touch. Has a 30% chance of leaving the target poisoned when the move targeting the opponent is successful. So this is I think a separate role. Because this isn't hostile environment. I think this is a separate role. I'm not entirely sure. Whenever the move targeting that opponent is successful. Yeah. So, Poison Sting would have either 60% chance or it's 30%. Same for Poison Jab. So, I'm not entirely sure how this works compared to hostile environment. But, whatever. Well, I guess I'll ask some people about that later. Dire Hit Plus. So, he maxed out his own crit rate. Raises his attack by 4 because there's only 1 use. Raises speed by 2 and applies super effective next to the user. So, you can use this for a Strike Sync AoE. With Vigilant Toxin. And I think that's the only... Oh, and Double Down. So you can use them as a strong sync nuker built in. Assuming you get 3 out of 5, of course. 300 BP, so that'd be hitting decently hard. 110 base power with super duper effective 9. Toxic power. And the super effective up that you get. That would hit pretty hard as well if you just want to smack someone. And Fierce Brawn if you choose to get that. Super Sinker if you choose to do AoE into that. These are all viable options. Krogunk is a very, very strong poison DPS. He's someone we wanted for this type who is General Pool. So of how you have Gengar, for example. Gengar can do poison content because of Max Ooze and Sludge Bomb. You can do poison content with Krogunk as another General Pool poison DPS option. This is what Poison wanted. Another type. Giovanni was actually fair, but this is Gen Pool. Gen Pools are way, way different. This is very good. Very good pair. You don't have to pull for them because they're Gen Pool. You can pick them up whenever the fuck you want. Now, we're going to go into, in my opinion, the biggest W for this update. We got Courtney and Camerupt, so this is a good idea of what Part 2 is going to bring, in my opinion. We're probably going to get Matt and Shelly. I think there's another Magma admin I'm forgetting about, but I don't think so. I think it's just Courtney. So, someone feel free to correct it, because I'm not 100% certain. So Camerupt becomes Mega Camerupt, and this is big here, right? So, attack goes up to 403, which is pretty nice. If you're EX, it's 450. So base form, you have Defense Crush 2, Chase Down, powers that moves when the target's speed is lowered. So if their speed is -1, you get the full benefit. This works the same way as Brain Sync and all those kinds of things. 1 stat reduction, full benefit instead of max stat reduction, max benefit. And Anti-Freeze. And Mega, these become Defense Crush 9, so guaranteed drop. And because you have Bulldoze, that's an AoE drop. Then Chase Down 5, so it's a 50% buff. Now, moves do not change, thankfully, so I'm just going to go off base. Bulldoze, as I said, lower speed by 1. So off that, you get the full benefit from chase down off of 1 speed drop. And a chance to lower defenses. X defense. Ground Wish. I don't like to be that person, but suck my nuts. I fucking told everyone we were going to get Ground Zone because sand doesn't count. Did anyone believe me? No. I fucking told you all. Ground Zone. Turns Field Plate into Ground Zone. 50% buff. This is OP with Cynthia. You have Defense Crush. You have Speed Down, although it doesn't mean much. Ground Wish. Right? Raise attack by 2 stats, so you can raise your attack by 4. Defense and crit by 1, so she needs topping off. Very similar to Cynthia, so Excadrill. You can run Sand and Ground Zone, and Cynthia becomes a monster. Because the Mega Counter with the more you use defenses raised, the greater the power of this deck. You can use her as a sync nuke. You don't even have to sync with Cynthia if you don't want to, I think. Although the attack would be nice, but still. Grid. We got Team Wise entry, Fierce entry, Team Sentry entry. So there's a bunch of entry stuff for herself. When she sinks, makes the zone ground, and the more the defense is raised, the more positive sync moves. So it is the same multiplier here, but just again. So she needs topping off on her defense in that instance if you want to use her as a nuke. Healthy healing, you can. So she's a very viable tank, but Excadrill is just better. Super Sinker, that's fine. Hunter's Instinct, fine. Bulldoze Trip Up, faster speed drops. Speeding Sun, Healing Sun, Sun stuff makes sense. Pair her with Groudon. Super Sinker, super effective up next for the next one. I think I said that already, but that's fine. Yeah, she has a lot of good stuff here. Pairs very, very well with Maxie, because Maxie doesn't want to sync in quotes. So use her as your nuke, and she benefits from the same sun that Maxie has. So they're meant to go together, but you could also use her with Cynthia for ground, because everyone should have Cynthia at this point. We've had several chances to get a ground DPS for free. You should have Cynthia. If you don't, no offense, either you're brand new, just starting for what I'm about to say next, or you just got someone else. Because honestly, you should have picked up one Cynthia from everything we've had. Everyone should have a ground DPS. 3 out of 5, that's an entirely different question. I understand that. But 1 out of 5 people should have. Like, I'm just being as blunt as possible with this. Everyone should have Cynthia at this point. She's been out for too long. So, yeah, camera up, super fucking good. Gen Pool. Gen Pool Zone. First Gen Pool Zone. Super happy about that. That was my gripe for the longest time. Once again, something else that ground needed. Right? Now, we're going to go into... Let me flip a coin. Fire. May and Blaziken. Thankfully, this is not what I thought they were going to do. This is better than I thought they were going to do. I'm happy with this. I am very, very happy with this. So, Mega Blaziken, that goes up to 500. That's a lot. 500's a lot. 550 if Mega. That's a lot. Or EX, sorry. So, Fuel... So, I should start with base because they change. Head Start 2. Reduces counter by 2 at the start of the fight. Raises all out sync by 2 when you enter a fight. That's very good. Has a 100% chance of lowering defense when a move is successful. That's very good. This is very good. Mega. Fuel Economy. Decreases the amount of move gets out the user's needs by 1. And it does not affect the base power. So it's literally just -1. Perfect. Propulsion 1. You know my opinions about propulsion, but with the unit like this, fine. You were getting that first sync. Anything else is purely extra. That's perfectly fine. This unit is made for speed comps. I love it. Defense Destroyer. 100% chance of lowering defense by 2 when use attack again is successful. Listen, this isn't Urshifu drops, but when you have a base 160 move that actually isn't that bad, like 160 with Sun, can do some pretty decent numbers. When you tie defense down to that, I'm cool with that. Because surging blows from Urshifu can reach around 150 base power total. All 3 hits. So this is higher than that. I'm perfectly fine with this. I'm perfectly okay with this. Dower hit all plus. So just like May and Latios, this is an all. So you can use her. So you can use him as a speed support, sync accelerator, and crit support, and defense dropper technically. So you don't even have to use them as your main DPS. That's very viable. Speed drop with low sweep. Fired up applies move getting acceleration, and this is what I meant. Reduces sync counter by 1. As I said, sync accelerator. Raises attack by 4 and actually by 1. So you just need a slight attack top off, which is perfectly fine because she does so much other things. Now, All Bounce Blaze Kick becomes Mega Blaziken. Obviously, the more target's defense is lower, the greater the power of this attack. Now, the one that I wish she actually fucking had was another unbending. No, not unbending. What's her shoes called again? Tangent, but this is fine because I need to know the name anyway, because I know you fucking have it. Relentless, that's it. I'm not going to complain about it too much, but if she had another Relentless, that'd be perfectly fine. But debuffs are getting harder and harder to come across. Like Defense Rush 9, you still need to get that to -6 for it to be reliable. So you need someone else to specialize in defense breaking if you want her to be a sync nuke. So if you want to do support EX first, then that, you have enough sync acceleration to make that work. I think that's fine, personally. Like, she is fast enough to where you have that extra time to set up defense breaks. Because you have the support EX first. I think that's perfectly fine. So with this unit, I think stat downs are okay. Others are not fast enough. They rely more on the support. This would work in tandem with the support. I hope I'm making sense. So, synchron modifiers here. We have an Adrenaline to go with sync countdown and all that. So I think Adrenaline, this pair is actually super fucking good. Slippery Evasion. A lot of sync power-ups. For a tech. This typically does not happen. 5 out of 5, that's going up to 388. That's almost a strike. It's almost a strike EX, and you can get inertia, so you just need someone to raise your speed as well. Or just have fast track now while lowering their defense with DC. That is viable. Speeding Sun. So Speeding Sun, another form of speed control. Great. Insult to injury, helps Blaze Kick. Great. Fierce Entry 2. There's your attack top off. Great. Sorry, I bumped the mic. Trip up. Low. So you can lower speed by an additional 1, so you could set up Cakewalk or Speed Rush for someone else. 2 stats, that's fine. Cool with that. Once again, this pair is so fast where you can have a support EX with all this as a part of your initial setup. So I think this is perfectly fine. This unit being stat downs because of how quickly she can ramp, I think is fine. Her and Urshifu, I think, are the 2 prime examples of debuff related support, quote supports that are going to last in this burst meta. I really do. Yeah, I think that's it about Blaziken. Super, super strong. I'm gonna pick up at least one. I want one of everyone now. Like, everyone uses good. Now we get to you. Brayden and LATIOS. Now, I have some feelings about this unit. I have some feelings. Because everyone was screaming about Brayden and LATIOS after May and LATIOS were revealed. I didn't want that. Just so people could stop fucking... I'm petty. It really just comes down to that. I'm just fucking petty. Now, they made this pair of Dragon type just to fuck over running May and LATIOS together. Because of the type skill. They're not giving her extra stats. They said fuck you. Team Smart Start 1 increases special move next of all allies by 1 when in a fight. Free range 4. Free move next when getting hit, so this is meant to be a tank. And you get unexpected benefit from the start. This is what LATIOS needed, by the way. This is what Latios needed. So you're obviously meant to run the two of them together, but you're dragons, so you don't get psychic. Why? Cause fuck you. But you do get everything else together, so that's fine. Then Mega, this just becomes guaranteed free move next. So you can literally run double striker with Latios as your nuker. You lower their special attack by 6, special defense by 6, and Latios just goes apeshit. You can run another DPS with this. Preferably psychic, because psychic terrain. So you can run, not Lucamine, but, well, no, I wouldn't say Lucamine because you want the things to go to Latios and whatnot. Well, Latios dead. So you would want another DPS who this would categorize as, by all means, go wild, but preferably psychic. Actually, let's take a look at this right now while I'm on the topic, because I get distracted very, very easily. Hoopa's a great option. Mewtwo works, but you would have to build not Sync Nuke. Because Mewtwo gets a lot of power from his Sync Nuke. So that's good kind of work. DPS Sabrina's not an option here. Yeah, Hoopa's your best option, honestly. To pair with this, like, that's insane. Now, moves, you have Dragon Breath, Paralysis. You don't have any Paralysis synergy, so that would just be someone else. Potion, healing, fine. Luster Purge, this is what you're spamming for drops. And honestly, Luster Purge with Mist Ball is still going to do at least half decent damage. You don't have another multiplier off this, which I'm very happy about. So it's hitting for max power pretty much immediately. Free Flying raises the crit rate of all allies by 1. And only by 1, so this is top off. Uses a maximum of 3 slots of the used move gauge. The more the amount used, the more it raises special attack and special defense of all allied sync pairs up to 4. So you can max out May's special attack with this, no problem. And in turn, Latios can max out Latios' special attack. If 3 slots used, also applies free move next to all allies. So this unit is just do not use move gauge. I got you, my G. And Sync Move is the lower base power, becomes Mega Latios. You have the support EX, so that's perfectly fine. Impervious status cannot be lowered. Sync Free for All. So this will apply free move next to everyone as well. Fast Track 9, understandable. Adrenaline, very good for this. Team Tough Luck can raise all allies' defenses because this is a special defensive unit, so some physical defense wouldn't be a bad idea. I personally would not have minded Stoic with this pair. While you're lowering their special defense, you're raising your own defense. I would have not minded that personally. Weird recovery with Psychic Terrain, you get an HP regen. That's good with obviously with Latios. Head Start 1, super good. You can get Head Start 2. That's super good. Team Sharp Entry, you can raise everyone's crit rate by 2, including your TM. So you just need 1. That's very good. Yeah, this pair is just fucking stupid support unit. On top of lowering everyone's special defense by 2, well, not everyone, but lowering special defense by 2, like, this is one of our faster special defense droppers in the game. And it's a support unit, so you have support EX to go with it. So you could have your last slot be a DPS because of all the free moves you can get with this unit. Double DPS is so easy with this unit. Like, this is just so good. Maybe CS2 would be worth it on this unit because of Luster Purge. I don't know. But either way, Head Start is here. Maybe this is trying to tell us, hey, you don't need to go for it with the lucky skills, but I think that might be what people do. It's either going to be Head Start 1 or CS2. I don't know what people are going to do. This might be a Hydreigon situation where you just run Defense Crush. Although in this instance it would be Defense Crush, it'd be Head Start. You would run the not damaging one despite them doing good damage for alternate reasons. And I think the alternate reasons would outweigh the damage in this instance. I'm just thinking out loud here. I have no fucking clue. I need to see this in action. But no, despite my mixed feelings towards this unit being a thing, I want at least one of this fucking character. Like, oh my god. I might hold off on Ho-Oh candies just for this unit. I really might. Like, this is very good. I don't know. Do I want the sync stuff? Do I want the grid stuff that much? Because everything's there in your base kit. Tricky. But so that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys are excited for an anniversary, let me know in the comments below. I am working on guides. I'm trying to get them out, but shit's just tricky. I haven't been doing nothing. That's all I'm gonna say. I've not been doing nothing. I've been very busy. Work, guides, and I've started doing another project because I cannot fucking sit still. This has been put to the back burner, unfortunately. So yeah, let me know if you guys are going to go for any of these pairs or none of them, because I think saving is a very viable excuse, because these last until late August, so we're going to get Datamines way before then. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.